Hi YouTube, my name is Eve the Weave. Like, share, and subscribe. And I wanted to talk about a few things. I wanted to talk about the whole Eric Garner and the cop that put the chokehold on him that got fired. My thing is, right, they took 5 years to fire him, right? He ain't go to jail. He been working all this time. Now, we all know that that man can go get a job at another precinct somewhere else. It's not like when they fire him out of that precinct, he can't go to another state and be a cop somewhere else. That's my thing. He ain't go to jail. He ain't serve no time. And I spoke about this a little bit in my last video. But it's just funny to me how it's just funny how all of a sudden they only fired him because they felt the pressure of the people. And they knew if they did not fire him, like I said, that was going to be a problem for them. Now, all that goes to say the injustice with the cops and police brutality and all that stuff. My thing is, like I said in the last video, police brutality is not going to stop until they say, listen, y'all can't do this and this and this to American people. My thing is, though, at the same token, nobody should have to tell them to not do it. As another human that approaches another human, cops, you are still human. So, like I said, you're not going to be in that uniform all your life. It's like when y'all get in that uniform, some of y'all turn into superheroes like y'all can't be touched. And I'm not threatening no cops or nothing, because I know a lot of cops. I have cops in my family. But at the same token, it's like when y'all put on that uniform, y'all turn into the almighty, like a Power Ranger or some shit. Like a bulletproof Power Ranger or something. Like y'all can't be touched. And see, it's not all, I'm not going to say it's not all y'all fault, all it don't fall on the cops. It fall on their bosses too. Because if your boss lets you act like that, and then your boss's boss acts like that, it's the leadership of all of it. And y'all can say, oh, it starts with de Blasio. This been happening way before de Blasio. So I don't want to hear, oh, de Blasio, the police commissioner. This been happening for a long motherfucking time now. It's just putting on, we just shedding more light on certain situations like the Colin Kaepernick thing and everything else. Because a lot of people been dying back to back in the hands of the cops. But this been going on for a long time now. So y'all sitting up there, oh, de Blasio. Y'all don't realize de Blasio is in office, yes. I'm not going to say that he is not to blame in New York City for some of the shit that has happened. People need to take accountability for the shit that has happened to certain individuals that lay dead right now. Rest in peace to them. But when it comes to the cops, it's not all de Blasio's fault. Like I said, it's all about the leadership. When is their leader going to step in and say, y'all can't do X, Y, and Z? And I'm talking about the ones that wear the white shirts, the little tenants, the captains. When they going to set the example? Because my thing is, they be the first ones to come out when something happens. So when y'all gonna set the example? Y'all be the first ones on the news, but let me tell you what happened. When you gonna set the example and say, this is not cool, this is not all right. You firing that cop, that don't mean you did something for the people. All you did was, you didn't even put a Band-Aid on it. You didn't put no stitches in the wound. You didn't do nothing. You made it worse because all you did was fire him after 5 years. He didn't have no jail time. He was sitting on a job for 5 years, collecting a good check. Meanwhile, Eric Garner can't take care of his family. People died on the front lines of that. His daughter died because her father was killed. Stress is a motherfucker. But I be damned if y'all just gonna keep beating people and talking to people the way that y'all want to, and then think that nobody's not supposed to say nothing, talk to y'all, or nothing. Like people don't know their rights. Y'all look at people like they don't know their rights, like they don't know the law. Y'all don't know who y'all up against until they pull out that ID. Or they say, well, I know this because my family members this, that, and the third. Just stop it. Stop trying to judge a book by its cover all the time. You cannot do that. And all these white shirts, these lieutenants, these captains, all they have to do in their precincts, all precincts around the world, not just New York City, all they have to do is just say stop. Stop. Period. Period. That's all they have to do is say stop doing this, stop doing that. Let's just stop it. Lead by example. How you gonna be a leader and then watch your men do X, Y, and Z and then get off scot-free? How you sleep at night? That's what I want to know. Because guilt is a motherfucker too. That comes along with stress and all that. So how do you sleep at night knowing that you put your hands around some man's throat and he died? He don't come. I know you got to see his face at night. I know you do. It's no way in the world that cop don't see Eric Garner's face every time he closes his eyes. I hope he see him for the rest of his life in his dreams, his nightmares, his daydreams. Every time he turn around, he open his eyes, he's to see Eric everywhere. Because it does not make no sense. What God do you pray to that says that you are justified to be me and kill people? That's what I want to know. That's the question. And I'm touch on this whole Jay-Z thing too. Let's just wait to see what that man gonna do. That's all I'm gonna say about that, like I said in the last video. We have to do more as a people. You have to do more as a people. These 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds that's coming up, they bored. They need things to do. It's summertime. I'm so happy school is coming back. I don't know what to do. But the whole stopping and doing this and doing that, the injustice to people around the world, it's crazy. Now, I'm just going to say this because everybody was sitting there saying that the Epstein case overshadowed the two mass murdering things that we just had happen. It did. Notice how we never went back to the mass shootings. We ain't see a funeral. We ain't see a ribbon. We ain't seen shit. I ain't seen nothing. I watch the news every day. I didn't hear nothing about it. I didn't see nothing. Now, Jay-Z comes along with his deal, and that covers up the Epstein real quick. Boom. Y'all gotta stay woke. They dangle things out there for y'all to look at. Now, look how social media is going crazy over the whole Black China thing. It seems like one thing comes, boom, that's bad. Then another thing comes, boom, we gonna take your eyes off of that. Y'all gotta look at this now. Boom, take your eyes off this, look at this now. Take your eyes off this, look at this crazy shit now. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. You got to stay focused. You gotta stay focused. Let's get back to these mass shootings. Why we can't handle the mass shootings and the injustice with the police departments all around the world with the brutality and everything? Why we can't handle that all in a nutshell? Why we can't walk, talk, and chew bubble gum now? Is that what you're trying to say? We can't handle one thing without handling the next? Why we can't just do both, kill two birds with one stone? Why we can't do that? Why when something happened, the mass shootings, then the Epstein, cover that up with the Epstein. Then we gonna cover the Epstein up with the Jay-Z. Then we gonna cover the Jay-Z up shit with the Black China bullshit. Like, it's just too much. Propaganda. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all have to stay woke though. Let that man do what he need to do. He got his foot in the door with the NFL. Let's see what he do with his pinky toe in the door. Let's see what he do. Y'all don't know what he gonna do. But my question is to the people, we the people, what are we gonna do in our communities to make things better? Y'all can't wait for no great white hope to ride in on their coattail and be like, oh, we the savior of black people, or we the savior of the inner cities, or we the savior of black and brown people. You cannot wait for nobody to come and save you. That's not happening. I don't give a damn if he got $1 million and his name is Jay-Z. I don't care. He ain't coming to save everybody. Everybody can't be saved unless you save yourself. God do things for those who do for themselves. That's all I want to know. I want to know what we the people gonna do. Hit us in the comments. I want to know about your community in your comments. Where you at? What city you in? How is your neighborhood? Suggesting to do things a little bit better. Because it just don't take one. Everybody can't have a great, one person can't have a whole bunch of great, they can have a whole bunch of great ideas, but are they tactical? And if they're not tactical, then they're not going to work. So therefore, it takes a village. So like I said, we the people. What are we going to do in our neighborhoods? My name is Eve DeWeave. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you're not doing nothing, then maybe you shouldn't even be making a comment. That's all I got to say. Bye, YouTube.